show is about the fans, for the fans.
As a youngster and as you get older, if you have the base and the fundamentals.
How's it going? It's going to Tatham here. Just finished up training now.
We got the back probably at the age of 3 and we're passing a rugby ball. About 12 seasons of Premier Club cricket.
Down the ground. It's been a fantastic season so far for us as the Dolphins. A really good season so far. We've got good momentum in this one-day competition.
Really performing well, bowlers, batters and fielders.
Mood in the camp is really good. Guys are really focused.
Very good evening and welcome everybody to episode 5 of Leading Edge with me, your host, Nick Tatham. Today, we're bringing two men that were originally from the Western Cape. One's been here for 6 years. The other one has just arrived at the sunny shores of KZN. We've got Roger Telemachus and Keegan Petersen. We're going to introduce you to Keegan Petersen, the new arrival at Kingsmead, at Hollywood Bet's Kingsmead Stadium. And what an acquisition he is. Keegan Petersen coming from the Knights. Keegan, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, thanks Nick. Thanks for having me.
So tell me, a month in Durban, how's it feeling? Have you acclimatized?
It's been nice. It's been quite chilled. Like, just been at home just because of lockdown and everything. But it's a lot better than being in Bloem at this time of the year. It's freezing cold outside. We haven't had one cold day here yet.
I think KZN locals might disagree with you when it comes to cold, but I guess from Bloem you are excused. And then our other guest, a man who is no stranger to cricket supporters around the country, Roger Telemachus, the Hollywood Bet's KZN Coastals coach. He's going to be joining me. Roger, thanks so much for joining us.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening to the viewers. Thanks for having me, Nick. Keegan mentioned cold. I'm in the cold here. You know, winters. But, as I heard from you earlier, it's very cold down in KZN at the moment.
Well, I think cold is all relative. I think it was about 17 degrees here today, and we thought that was fairly chilly. So we'll leave that up to you. Keith, we're going to start with you. As the new man on the block, the new man joining the Hollywood Bet's Dolphins this season, can you just give our viewers a little bit of background, sort of your upbringing, where you're from originally, and your cricketing career so far? Just a quick sort of summary.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I started. Let me go to the very beginning. I'm from Paarl. I'm born and bred all in Paarl, there in the Boland. Went to school there, went to New Orleans Secondary, and played all my cricket there and started my professional career over that side. I started playing for Boland, my semi-professional cricket, and later on ended up playing for the Cobras and moved on from Cape Town after about 2-3 years of playing for the Cobras and ended up in Bloemfontein, and 4 years later I'm here.
So I guess we could ask the question, why the Dolphins? Was that just a logical step in your career?
Yeah, it was a difficult decision to make. I've obviously grown fond of Bloemfontein. It's basically become like a second home to me, but I think it was time to move on and maybe take on a different step in my career, a different challenge. Durban on its own was with its conditions, and I thought it was something that I could take on and maybe expand my horizon, expand my career and different aspects of my game.
What do you think the biggest challenges are going to be for you now that you've moved to Durban?
To be honest, I don't know. Obviously, it's slower conditions than most of the country, and what I've grown used to and accustomed to in Bloem and in the central region. But that's the main reason why I came, or basically the main reason to take on these conditions and then grow used to it, because I feel it's where most of the world's cricket is moving towards, playing spin and the slower conditions and all that. So I might as well just fall into the trend.
Okay. Just a reminder, guys who are watching, that you can post your questions to either Keegan or Roger. Just put them in the comment section below the video, and we'll get through as many of them as we possibly can. We're going to move to you, Roger, now, all the way down in the Cape. You've been with the KZN Coastal for a number of years now in the coaching capacity. How have you enjoyed it? So has it challenged you a lot?
Yeah, I mean, as a ex cricketer, you always want to give back into cricket, and I think coaching was the right way for me to stay into cricket. I really wanted to be a cricket coach. I not really want to do something else. So yeah, for the last 6 years, it's been a challenge. I took over from someone or inherited a team that was very young. And 6 years later, we won 2 trophies. And yeah, it is a challenge. You get accustomed to players that come from home, and you have to play mom and dad or girlfriend and all these things. So it is a bit of a challenge. But I'm enjoying it. Uh, enjoy what I'm doing. I like to be out there, and I like to, and I think it's a passion of mine.
Well, you say ex-cricketer, but you're not actually an ex-cricketer. You've just been in India at the beginning of the year with the legend side. Talk us through getting back out on the park.
Yeah, it was an opportunity from. I mean, it's called the Road Safety Fund that Sachin Tendulkar set up to get ex-internationals together to just to help with road safety in India. And if you haven't been to India, it's if you haven't been to on India's roads, it's a bit of a shambles. So it's a lot of accidents, a lot of potholes, a lot of as I said, accidents. So we tried to, or he tried to. Get us some money and get all the ex-internationals together to play a little bit of a tournament in India. And look, yeah, it was for the 10 days that I was there, we were there. It was exciting.
Sorry, I'm back now. Just talk me through how the body felt. I know that you said that you got injured in the build-up, bit of a hamstring injury. So tell me how the body felt
Yeah,
after bowling overs.
well, the guys who went, we're not 23 years old. I mean, the guys are looking at the 5-0 side of things. And just a bit of a run around, and we, most of the guys got injured because we're not accustomed to what we used to do 20 or 10 years ago. So yeah, the body wasn't that great after a few games, but look, I pulled the hammy in the first week, bowling in the net. So that's part of it's part of the age, I think.
Keegan, I'm going to pull you in here. I know that last season, I know you've spoken openly about it, that it was a little bit disappointing, despite the call up to the Proteas side from a personal perspective. Did you feel that there was that extra pressure on you when you got that call up to the Proteas squad?
A little bit, but I think it is almost pressure that you put on yourself. You come into an environment and there's a high standard, and you see how guys go about doing things, and you almost expect of yourself to be at a certain standard as well. And that's the sort of pressure that you put on yourself, and it becomes difficult to deal with it if you're not scoring the runs, if you're not putting out the numbers. So yeah, it was tough to deal with.
Did you learn a lot in that period you were with the Proteas?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you're around one of the best cricketers in the world, and one of the or a few of the better minds in coaching, and guys that have been around the block for South Africa. And it's definitely something that I guess I was lucky to be part of. Even though I didn't play, it was good to be part of in a professional environment like that.
Let's bring it back to the Dolphins. Just looking at the squad that we've assembled for the season, are there a lot of guys that you're familiar with that you've sort of played in with academy sides and SAA sides?
I basically played with almost could say almost all of them for a number of years or against them. Because I've been involved in first class cricket for almost say 9 years now already. And the guys I'm not familiar with is probably the guys that just came into the younger guys are from the Dolphins. The rest of them I know quite well.
And then just talk me through your sort of SAA and National Academy stints. How important were those in sort of getting you to the place you are now?
National Academy was difficult, I must say. It's it was 4 months in Pretoria and Shukri Conrad